In the whole universe, there is pattern, rhythm, and discipline. Be it any living organism, human beings, animals, plants, or birds, or any other heavenly bodies like galaxies, stars, planets, etc., there is rhythm, pattern, and discipline. The ancient Indians knew about this, and this was symbolized beautifully with the number 108 and its factors. 108 occurs so frequently in our Hindu philosophy that it can be found in Vedic astronomy, Vedic astrology, Natya Shastra, Ayurveda, Tantra, mathematics, Samskrita, etc. So today let's see the significance of the number 108 in our video. Namaste everyone, welcome back to Zesty Nimbu. This is Sri Rekha. Today in our video, let's talk about the significance of the number 108. So before I do that, I would like you all to give a like to this video if you're getting any value from this. And if you're watching my channel newly, I would request you to subscribe to my channel. In Hindu philosophy, the number 108 and its factors recur a lot. If we take this Japamala, there are 108 beads in this Japamala. So each of these beads are counted when we are chanting mantras for puja. Similarly, we chant 108 names of gods and goddesses when you're doing puja with flowers. And there is also this understanding that the 108 beads in the Japamala is the number of steps the soul takes to reach the divine within us. So the number 108 is very significant in our Indic culture. So not just in Hinduism, but in Sikhism, Buddhism, Jainism, Taoism, the number 108 is very important. So this number 108 helps us in being in harmony with the God's creation, God's universe. So let's understand the importance of this number 108 in various aspects of our religion. So in Vedic astronomy, it is calculated that the distance between the earth and the moon is 108 times the diameter of the moon. Similarly, the distance between earth and sun is 108 times the diameter of the sun. And the diameter of sun is 108 times the diameter of earth. So these numbers are remarkably close to what has been found out by scientific calculations done in modern times. Now if you take Vedic astrology, there are 27 nakshatras, each divided into 4 padas, which is 108 again. Each of these explains the basic nature of the human beings, and when this is charted during the course of our birth, it gives us the information about our life, our partners, our career, etc. And in Indian astrology again, there are 12 houses for planets and there are 9 planets, which is again 108. So now let's talk about Ayurveda. In Ayurveda, there is something called Marma, where the consciousness and flesh intersect to give life to the living being. Marma is basically a secretly hidden vital point. So the chain of 108 links is held together by 107 joints, and these are the 108 Marma points in our body. Now if you take the lines of the Sri Chakra Yantra, they intersect at 54 points, and each of them has both feminine as well as masculine quality, equaling 108. Now if you take Tantra calculates that the average number of breaths a person takes is 21,600, of which 10,800 are solar breaths and 10,800 are lunar breaths. So 10,800 is nothing but 100 into 108, and 21,600 is nothing but 100 into 108 into 2. So that is again a factor of 108. In Natya Shastra, Bharat Muni says that there are 108 karanas of dance, that is, the combined movement of hands and feet. We know that there are 18 Puranas, 108 Upanishads, 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, and many Sanskrit works which have 108 shlokas. I have done a series of videos on all the scriptures of Hinduism, so I'll link the playlist above so you can go ahead and check it out. I've talked about Puranas, I've talked about Vedas, I've talked about Upanishads, I've talked about Mahabharata and Ramayana, so you can go ahead and check it out as well. So how are you liking the video till now? If you're liking the video, do give a like, and if you're new, please subscribe to the channel as well. So when we talk about Sanskrit, there are 54 letters in Sanskrit language alphabet, and each of them have both masculine and feminine qualities. 54 into 2 again equaling 108. And according to our ancient Indian time measure, one day of Brahma, which is a kalpa, is equivalent to 43 lakhs 20,000 years, which is 4.32 million years, which is again a factor of 108. I've done a detailed video on kalpa, Mahayuga, yugas, and all these things in 2 parts. I'll link the videos again above. You can go ahead and check that video. It is a very useful video in the sense that you'll understand the time measure according to ancient Indians. And in numerology, the number 108, when you add the digits of number 108, it equals 9. 9 is a mystically charged number. So because you multiply anything with 9 and add the digits again, it will be 9. So in numerology, 1 stands for God or higher truth, 0 stands for emptiness or completeness in spiritual practice, and 8 stands for infinity of space in 8 directions. This is the importance of the number 108 in our Hindu philosophy, in our Indic religions. So this number 108 helps us in understanding the connection between the creator and his creation. I hope you have liked this video. If you have liked it, do give a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel. Press the like button and also press the bell icon for you to receive notifications whenever I do a new video. The question of the day. I've spoken about so many aspects of 108 with respect to our Hindu religion. Do you think I've missed anything? If I have missed something, put it in the comment section. It will be really good for others also to know about this. Now let's talk about the Rishi of the week. In the previous week, I've asked about Guru Shukracharya. Few of you have answered about him. Now in this week, the Guru or the Rishi that I want you all to search about is Rishi Dhaumya. Please answer who Rishi Dhaumya is in the comment section and do let me know what else do you know about that great Rishi. Please put it in the comments for everybody else to know as well. Are you visiting my website zestynimbu.com, because I update questions on a frequent basis, new questions, quiz questions, so you can go ahead and answer those questions as well. And do follow me on all the social media handles. I am available at zestynimbu on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook as well. So you can go ahead and tag me, and you can also chat with me on all these social media handles as well. So I would look forward to seeing a lot of comments from your end, and do visit my website zestynimbu.com and do answer these questions and Rishi of the week. So I'll see you in the next video. Until then, namaste.